not even going to drag this out because we already know what this is about. It is about the iPad Air. So I got up at actually I was up at 6 this morning. I didn't go crazy like I did when the iPad 3. iPad 3 came out. I think I was down there at the mall at 2 a.m. sitting in my car waiting for the mall to open. I ended up thinking I was doing some old stakeout Black Ops type stuff, and I came up with the master plan in order to be first in line. Ended up not being parked at the right entrance, and by the time I got in, I was probably about 30th in line. So didn't have to worry about this time. I said, forget it. I'm not doing any of that early morning waiting in the parking lot stuff. I was telling myself it's not going to be this bad. This is the 4th or 5th full-sized iPad that came out. And people just aren't going to be just tripping over it like that. So, and I was way right. I went to Best Buy to get it this morning at 8 o'clock. They opened their doors, and I was pretty much there at 8 o'clock. They definitely had a better system for this one. When I got my iPad 2 at Best Buy, that same Best Buy about 2.5 years ago, I believe that's about right. That's when they were releasing it at 5 o'clock. Remember that craziness? They couldn't sell it before then. I went in there at 2:30, and I'm like, yo, what's the deal with the iPad? Where's the line at? I need to go ahead and secure my spot. And they're like, oh, it doesn't go on sale to 5. Yeah, I know that, but I need to know where the line is because apparently I'm the only person here and I'm first. So I'm going to need to know where that line is. And they were like, we don't have a line. And I'm like, it's about to be chaos up here. And they only had 25. I think they only had 3 AT&Ts and probably even one in the size and the color that I wanted. Anyway, they end up having to get all that stuff sorted out at 4 o'clock. And I ended up being third in line, even though I was first there at the store. This time, so much better. There was a person to greet me at the door and was like, are you here for the iPad Air? And I was like, yes. And they take you right through the line. They show you all the accessories. Yeah, we could bypass all of that. Just tell me if you got it, put it in my hand, and show me where checkout is. And that's pretty much what happened. I really got fortunate. This was the only black and space gray 16 gig 3G one that they had in Best Buy. And I got it. So I decided to go with 16 gig this time around because my first iPad back when they first came out was 16. Then the iPad 2 was 32. And then the iPad with the Retina display, I got 64. Never even used close to 64 gig or 32 gig. I have a lot of games on them and just a ton of photos. I really don't do music or really videos on them, and so that's probably why I didn't use the majority of that space. So I was like, it was wasted. So I just went and got 16 gig. Always got to have 3G. I got to have the internet wherever I go. And it's really advantageous for me because I was grandfathered into the $30 unlimited plan. Yay! Back when they first introduced that, when the first iPad came out, which was the only reason it made me want to get the 3G version because the unlimited. And, they canceled that after 2 months and they started to put a cap on it where, unlimited wasn't offered anymore. But I had got it as soon as it was available, and I've never canceled it since for the last about to go on 4 years now, so I still have it. And what's even better is it's actually 4G unlimited. So it's just, I'm ecstatic about that. So always will have a 3G model, and whenever they continue to come out with these. So it's like I said, it's not an unboxing because I've already opened the doggone thing. But it was pretty funny because I bought it. And, I just walked out the store and something was telling me, Jazz, make sure that it's going to be set up. You don't want no issues with your service not being able to transfer over or anything like that, because when I bought the iPad with the Retina display, oh my goodness, it was a catastrophe trying to explain to them that I had the unlimited 3G plan, because they were like, ma'am, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing. And I was like, yes, it is, and I have it. And that lady told me about 5 or 6 times that I was tripping. There was no such thing. She'd never heard of it before. And I literally was about to break down in the store because I just paid for almost $1,000 for the 64 gig 3G iPad. And if you're telling me that something's changed to where I can't get this, you might as well go ahead and take this back and ring me up for freaking Wi-Fi 16. It ended up taking her to call AT&T and being transferred to about 5 AT&T reps till finally she got to somebody who was like, yeah, that used to exist. She's grandfathered in. And I had to show her on my old iPad. I had my iPad 2 with me. I had to pull up my account, and when she saw it, she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So anyway, I didn't want that to be the case. So I ended up coming back in the store because my brother-in-law, not my brother-in-law, he's my real brother. My God, I don't know why I said brother-in-law. He's my real brother. My brother was coming into the store because he actually works at Best Buy. And I just started talking to him, and I was like, you know what? Make sure everything is going to be fine. So, you know, I asked him, I was like, is it as simple as just switching my SIM cards? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it right here in the store. And so I kind of just moved to the side, and I was taking this out of the package, and I had already brought my other iPad with me. And after I ended up fighting with the doggone like SIM door to try to get it open with the little key they give you, I couldn't get it, so the Best Buy guy ended up doing it for me. And come to find out, the SIM card in my iPad with the Retina display is bigger than the SIM card that goes into the Air. And he had to cut it down, had to trim it down in order for it to fit. So I was even more thankful that I had enough sense to be like, let's go ahead and try to do this now, because there's no way I would have been able to trim that down on my own. I think that's something that they really have to do. And I would have been sick if I would have got all the way home and would not have been able to do that myself. So just a note. Make sure you have your stuff intact before you leave that store. I definitely will going forward. So anyway, enough of showing this box. I've been holding this box the whole time like this is what you guys wanted to see when it's not. But anyway, just showing you what's quickly inside. Same old thing we've been seeing. We got the brick right there. We have the little cable, and it is the little lightning thing, which, I mean, it's all right, I guess. I don't know what the benefit is of going to that small cable. I know it's a disadvantage for me because I really wanted to do some of my iPad gaming videos with this thing, and the only connector I have is an HDMI to whatever the old input was on the iPad. So I really wanted to show that the gaming and stuff was going to be different and faster, and the graphics was going to look better. But I guess until I get that adapter, the only iPad gaming videos I will be putting up is the ones that I continue to play on the iPad with the Retina display. So, the main event, what we always are looking for, is the beauty, the iPad Air. And my God, it really does feel like Air. When you take this thing and you compare it to the other one over there, matter of fact, let me go get that. Give me a minute, some time. iPad Air, whew, I can't hold them both at the same time. iPad Air. You see it reflecting off of my thing? Oh, So iPad Air, iPad with Retina display. And you can see, first let's do a thinness comparison. Can y'all tell? This is the iPad Air. This is the iPad 3. You can tell, I can definitely tell in the freaking weight. This thing is heavy. My goodness. This is just, it feels like beauty. Also, if I put them together, you can visibly see the iPad Air is a lot small. I don't want to say smaller. They've reduced the bezel size, so it does make it smaller than the other one, but you still have the same screen. But I'm glad they took the bezel away. That extra bezel, there was no need for that. And then, of course, you see the difference in with the charge. To me, I think the screen, I think there's a big difference in the screen. Oh, hold on, wait, it just went off. And probably that's not really a good picture because I got this old light screen over here. Let me go. Oh, this ain't gonna help either. Because, yeah, this one's just brighter because of the doggone screen. So it looks like this one's winning. It really ain't. It's beautiful, man. It's just like, there's nothing, I can't complain about it. And one of the things that I was able to tell as soon as I opened it up and they got my 3G or my 4G working, it super fast. The websites, the apps were downloading quickly. I was in the App Store and I downloaded 2 apps. After I got out of the App Store, one of my apps was already downloaded. It's crazy how fast this thing is. It is a beauty. Like I said, I didn't know that I was going to end up like getting this. I kind of was debating, going back and forth, like, really, is it worth it? The little improvements, is it really worth it? And I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm going to have a great time with this thing. Already I haven't been able to put it down. And I mean, it's really just, it's just different in small ways. But you really do see the power behind it, the fastness. And to me, even the screen just looks a little bit better. I don't know if that's really the case, maybe just because it's new. So I just bought me some rinky-dink accessories. I just bought a little pouch to put it in. I will eventually get a case, but the way I am is when I get stuff like brand new, especially stuff like this, I don't want to put it in a case. You know, I want to be like, to be able to enjoy and admire the beauty of it and everything in its glory before I just throw a case on it. And it's dangerous. I just pray that I don't drop this thing anytime soon, until I get over this sensation right now and I go ahead and throw a case on this thing. But I bought me a pouch, I bought me a stylus, and then I did buy me a little case just to slide it in for when I get over this whole thing. And I'll put it in there. But as of now, it's just, I want it naked. I really do. I want to be able to look at it in the nude and appreciate its features, its many features. So I'm going to go spend some quality time with Mr. Air here. And I hope you guys like this video. I hope you comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about the iPad 2. Did you think it was really worth the money? Did you get one today? Are you happy with it? Tell me those things. I want to know those things. Me and Mr. Air, we're going to go ahead and just get to know each other a little bit better. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. And as always, I will see you another time.